See? And we're live. 4 minutes early this time.
Make up for the 2 minutes late the last two times or whatever.
Or not at all last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. But welcome to the Zac Yak Pac on the Jaggers Juxtaplooza. I'm a host, Zach.
And I'm Zach with an H. Welcome to the show.
You can follow this Zach on Instagram at MPJags, as the ticker says in the bottom, and you have following
my anonymity.
I'll give your phone number out. Got it.
My anonymity.
So
I had a response for you this time, did I not?
Yeah, but you keep promising our viewers.
We haven't gotten there yet. Slow down.
Well, okay, just set up an Instagram that does not sync with your Facebook. I almost said MySpace. Set up an Instagram that doesn't sync up with your Facebook.
We need MySpace back. I mean, what the hell? I really
almost said MySpace a second time because then my brain was like, "Don't say MySpace," so I almost said MySpace again.
We need MySpace back.
But it still exists.
Yeah, barely.
It's mostly music now, but it still exists. But yeah, no. So what we do is you set up an Instagram and you let your wife just take pictures and post it up.
Her taking pictures of me, what, sleeping with the dog next to me?
She does her dinners, whatever. I had my wife do up of putting the fence up.
Yeah.
With children running power equipment.
What other crazy projects is everybody involved in right now this time of year? Be interesting to find out.
No, I mean, where's all our viewers is the question.
Yeah, what, we only got one right now?
I know I saw one person on that tries to watch, and we will go. The guy from 2 weeks ago sent him a message. We're live now. Odds are he might be at work. Who knows?
Oh.
But blast us through your subway. We don't care.
No, I was just curious. Like, you're doing a fence. I wound up doing the regular yard work today, but also getting the pool set up to be ready to open. I
need to redo my downspouts. On the back of the house because they pull right along the back edge of the house.
And that's something that I've got to do as well. I'm going to do the French drain and the runoff for the downspouts at the same time, same trench.
Well, my mom tried sending me those flex hose for the ends of the downspouts, and I was like, that would work as a temporary fix, but that's not a permanent fix. I got to bring them around to the front of the house.
And that's what I've been doing is I got 10-foot sections of pipe on the two downspouts on the one end of the house. So that way it carries the water away a little bit further and I don't wind up with as much of a seepage problem in the basement.
Right.
Or as I should start to call this, my fortress of solitude. I don't know. Sounds good.
I'm sure it does.
Realistically, it should be called solitary confinement for my own well-being.
So tell our viewers your excuses from last week.
Last week, I was on duty and shit was really dumb. Really, really dumb. Held up very late. Just a lot of military stupidity.
So you didn't follow the hashtag. Really? You got no comment? I was expecting some filler there.
Nope, nothing. No filler.
How do you have nothing? Like, usually you throw that out, and then you could be like, yeah, I know, I joined the Army, something along those lines.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. The fucking thing happened. Yeah.
No.
The fucking thing happened.
Why?
In case anybody missed the squeaky bearing noise, that's coming from his place.
Oh no, she's making comment the internet might drop out because her headset just did some squeal pitch thing and it's just backfeed or something. And
I wonder if the cricket's backfeeding through.
Randomly buffering.
That'd be weird, wouldn't it? And speaking of internet, my speed got turned up again without me saying anything or doing anything.
Nice.
Yeah.
And yet you keep buffering.
Well, it doesn't show anything on my end like that.
No, but it's showing a freezing. Like I'm still getting audio, but the video is freezing.
Oh, that's weird. Everything's moving smoothly on this end. Like even you're moving smoothly. You're not jerking around and all that crazy crap.
As long as the viewers see everything moving normal, then that's all that matters.
Well, even if they don't see everything moving normal, they may not want to. They may just want to shut their screens off and listen to the audio. You never know. I mean, I definitely have a face for radio.
And a voice for the silent movies.
Ooh. Harsh.
Well played, though.
Very well played.
So we've got a few things on the docket for this week. I sent them to you if I can find where I send them to you.
Yeah, where are we going today? We're starting out with today.
Oh, can I let you comment on this? I think I can let you comment on this. Some of these things. Yeah, let's go with. Yeah, let's go there. Freaking was it the hold on, let me see which one it was. There was one of them. Oh, I'm trying to remember which one was doing it that wasn't supposed to. Did they take it out? No, yep, 10th Mountain. Okay. 10th Mountain giving out vaccination bracelets.
Yeah, that's definitely singling people out, though, too. Yep.
And you have to have the vaccine to go on leave? Yeah, you have to have the bracelet to allow you in the chow hall, the gym, the chow hall, and to take leave.
Yeah,
and battalion commanders have to give approval for leave for anyone not vaccinated.
I do find it interesting that so far the military has not made a push of you have to have this vaccine yet. I really am surprised at that, considering everything that they pumped you and I full of going through.
Well, H1N1, mandatory.
Oh, yeah. I mean, so many different things were completely mandatory, including anthrax at one time. And now, huh?
I've had those, all of several. In fact, VA will not continue your anthrax vaccines, which, correct me if I'm wrong, when we were in, they were told us that it was actually really bad not to continue your boosters.
Well, they're actually the reason why I had thyroid problems. It's been linked. Yeah, well, VA is well aware of it too.
Correct me if I'm wrong. That is exactly what they said was we would have issues, health issues, if you don't continue getting your booster shots for the anthrax.
Oh, I can't remember on that one, but it created health problems for me just getting them.
Well, so, but isn't it humorous if they just stop giving it? Now, it could be that I don't know. They've been giving the anthrax since the Gulf, the original Gulf War. So,
well, even before then, yeah. But yeah, it's just absolutely ridiculous that, you know, sorry, that you absolutely have to have this bracelet to be able to do anything, to be able to even go eat in a food facility. Um,
Dine in. You can take carry out
when did,
without.
let me ask you, when did a non-subdued bracelet become part of 670-1 though?
When did
Because
Heroin
this bracelet
becomes
that we're talking about is
70-1?
blue with red lettering.
It's
When
commander's
did this
discretion.
become part of a uniform and it's not subdued?
Commander's discretion, same as the fallen soldier or whatever bracelets, whatever your term is.
Yeah, but I mean, those are
Memorial
actually
bracelets.
blacked out.
Right.
Those are blacked out. When did it become authorized to wear a bright blue bracelet with red lettering on it, making you stand out?
When did 670-1 put in that you could wear any sort of random color facial covering either?
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, commander discretion on that one. Okay, so when is everybody going to start wearing the pink ball caps? Just saying. Could happen, you know, with that reasoning. So they're trickling down some ways that they really don't want to go down. I don't think.
When are they going to reauthorize every MOS's individualized cord rather than just allowing the infantry to have it?
True. Yep.
Engineer cord was pink, wasn't it?
I can't remember. Can't remember right off the top of my head.
I really couldn't tell you. I just went with it. I know there's a pink cord, but
I know there's one that has like a pink stripe through it.
Right.
I can't
Probably
remember.
a calves now. I'm sure I'm completely wrong in this, and I'm just riling up other people.
But yeah, I mean, it's for once a vaccine in the military is optional. It's a little bit scary in its own regard, meaning that the military does not trust the vaccines that are out there in a way.
No, that doesn't. No, they just know they can't force it.
But it definitely violates EO policy, you know? I definitely see where they're saying it violates the equal opportunity policies.
Oh, by mandating it as a necessity?
Well, that you're not allowed to do this or do that because you're not vaccinated.
That's why they questioned, is it coercion in the article?
Oh, yeah.
Coercion. I'm not going to say it's not. I'll let
you. It's a combination.
Right.
There.
I'll let you run with this for a second.
Coercion, singling people out.
Rob, look up. I'm going to let you run with this for a second.
Yeah. When you said that, I didn't need to look up. I already knew you had to mix another one. But yeah, it's definitely coercing people into going ahead and getting it, whether they want to or not. And it definitely doesn't make sense for battalion commanders to take away what company commanders used to be able to do with approving leave and taking a power and authority away from company commanders and putting it in battalion commanders' hands. It doesn't make any sense.
My house is officially out of Jim Beam.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, we still got, I mean, there's still other drinks in this house. In fact, there's still that freaking glass hopper in the fridge because I'm scared to open them to dump them out. I'm afraid it'll poison my sink.
Really?
I think if I poured it outside, it would kill the trees. If I poured it on the ground, the underground power lines will scream and cry. Like
experiment on the neighbor's bushes.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Actually, the bush is right across.
I mean, I
right down
just
the
went ahead
property
and said
line.
that just like that, you know, for a
They'll
reason.
die.
You need to do it.
Oh, we buffered out.
Wow, you really froze up and
Are we
locked up.
back?
That's an awesome look on your face there when it did it. It's like, you're back now.
Right.
You almost
I
look
like
like,
it.
yeah.
But no, yeah, anyways. Yeah, all those bushes she planted right on the property line. They were little twig things. That's all that was there of them. They're gone. They're dead.
You already got rid of them?
I think they died, or the other neighbor made comment that like I literally could force her to have to remove them.
Nice.
But while we're on that said topic, let's segue. Homeowners Association.
Oh my God.
Good one.
Yeah, this one here is pretty devastatingly stupid. Let's put it that way, devastatingly stupid. I can't say much good for homeowners associations, period, but this one here takes the cake as far as asininity goes.
Oh, I refused. My wife grew up in the country, rural, didn't even know. Like, I'm sure she heard of a homeowners association, but didn't even like realize they were a thing anymore. Like outside California, I think. And I told her we won't ever buy in a homeowners association. She goes, "Well, no shit." Like it just didn't make sense to her. I was like, "You understand? They can tell you to move out of your house if you don't mow your lawn twice in a week because they said you have to." And she's like,
Yeah.
"They can fuck off if I bought the house." I said, "Yeah, but that's the trick of the homeowners association. It isn't if I bought the house."
It's one of those, they can come up to your driveway, go in your yard, and literally take a ruler and measure how tall it is. And if it's over the limit, boom, you got to cut it or you're fined.
Yeah. And completely was guaranteed rule between the two of us. No, any place we looked at, there would never be a homeowners association. If there was, we walked away right then and there. This one though in North Carolina, buying their two houses, blah 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 blah. Knew they'd be waiting on amenities. They just didn't know how long. I'm trying to read this rapidly, but bought the house. We were told when we bought, we were told the pool would be in 18 months to 2 years. It's brand new development. 18 months, 2 years. That will be 4 years ago next month. Still haven't even put the stakes in where the pool's supposed to go. The clubhouse, but they have a clubhouse, but it's still not open.
And it's not even big enough for the community.
They said clubhouse is woefully inadequate for the rooftops for the neighborhood. 6 to 10 years from now, this will be a broom closet for this neighborhood. So, yeah.
But the worst part is when they signed up and bought the place, their homeowners association dues were only $480 a year.
Right. Well, that's where it gets here. It's governed by Master Homeowners Association that oversees separate subdivision HOAs. Homeowners are required to pay fees to both. They said they're shocked. When they bought the homes, they were not told about paying fees to a master HOA, which are $600 annually. That's in addition to the subdivision HOA fees of $480. The website now lists information about the master HOA, but it's not easy to find and not consistently listed. Concerned with lack of transparency from the developer, blah, blah, blah. We are paying and have no accountability where the money is going or what it's being spent on. The spreadsheets they give us annually are the bare minimum, a 6th grade accounting class. We've been asking for an itemized budget, line item visibility for the actual spending is. We've been told to come in and look at the books. Still in the development phase, and HOAs are governed by the developer.
So basically, the developer figured out a way to be able to rob people more money than just going ahead and building the house.
says you must do your research before you buy. Your purchase agreement legally gives you time to do it. It affords them a due diligence period, a time frame in which to investigate anything and everything they want to check out. That is the one thing most people don't do. They don't ask about what's the financial status of the homeowners association. Do you have a reserve fund? What about capital improvements? Don't assume your realtor and closing attorney will tell you everything. Unfortunately, you need to be proactive. Don't be afraid to pick up the phone and call a closing attorney and say, what's the deal with the homeowners association, blah, 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 blah. So obviously they're getting the shaft out of this HOA thing, right? But I want to transition to something that I will not touch the issue on, but I will bring up. That Army drill sergeant in South Carolina, one state south of this, that at least on video assaulted a black kid, whatever, however you want to word it. If he's 100% guilty, by all means, justice will be served. If it finds out that he's innocent, then whatever. But he lives in an HOA, and no matter what, whether he's innocent or guilty, he's no longer going to have this $200 and some odd $1,000 house he bought, because they're going to tell him to get out. Because they're literally, I read the article. This is the thing: the rioters or protesters for this one, it's protesters, but they're going through and they're throwing their protest there near the house, and the HOA is looking, going, can you please not do this in our community, because the rest of us weren't assholes. And it's like, this guy is literally going to no longer have his house. He's going to have to sell it at a loss because of the HOA, even if he's innocent.
I'm literally making no comments on this one.
No. I'm talking the HOA side of it. Whether you're guilty or innocent with an HOA, you violate some sort of a minor clause in the thing, and they can make you sell your house.
There were some things in that article that definitely need to be expanded upon before anybody can put a finger at all.
If he's guilty, then okay, hey, he'll serve just punishment by the courts for whatever he did.
Well, the other thing is, though, they alluded to.
We're not going into the situation. What I'm saying is HOA wise.
Well, I'm not talking about specifically with him. I'm talking about with the other party involved that he assaulted. They alluded to some other things with him too that they need to expand upon before anybody can say one way or the other. And, honestly, the HOA is going to be in a bad position if things wind up flipping around to where, even though he's going to be forced out of there, the HOA is going to find themselves in a bad legal position, potentially, depending on the outcome of all of it.
Right. And that's my thing. With the HOA, no matter what, he's out his house. He's already had to evacuate by police escort.
Yeah.
200. And all I can understand, he's a sergeant first class, supposedly, or a staff sergeant, or there's been so many different ranks thrown out for this guy. It depends on which article you're reading.
Yeah.
I want to know how he afforded such an expensive ass house.
Just good question. Neither one of us made it to that point in order to get BAH like that either. So who knows?
Well, yeah, but still, I mean, why would you buy
Who knows
a house?
what his wife's actually doing either?
Right, but why would you buy a house if you're on drill sergeant duty?
Because you're going to be there for at least 3 years, period.
Okay, but so you buy the house?
I know a lot of people that have, with their PCSs stateside, buying a house and then flipping it in a few years.
Oh, I understand the concept, but you hope it works.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, where this guy's career is at, This might have been his last active duty station. He decided to stay there in that area.
Well, not anymore.
No.
Yeah,
but I'm thinking that's what it was, why they bought a house like that.
Potentially. I know I make decent money.
Yeah.
I would say at least as good as I did in the Army. I know annual salary wise better, but I pay insurance and other things, right? Annual salary is better, but take home, and depends on how you look at it. But I couldn't bring myself to spend that much money on a house.
Yeah, I couldn't right now either.
Even if I made twice what I make right now annually, I couldn't bring myself to spend that much money on a house. The reason being the risk involved of losing your job going out of business, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to spend more than I can afford. That's why I have one car loan at a time. Could I afford another one? Sure. But I'm not going to.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to either. That's for sure. Not right now.
Yeah, I've seen people with two car loans were together or individually. Each one's twice the value of the car loan I've got right now. And it's like, and they make way less money than me.
Well, and then you also got the other side of the coin of, okay, what can I afford if I get broken and I can't work full time for a while, and you're getting like short-term disability, long-term disability, workers' comp, whatever, it's still only 2/3 of your pay.
Right.
So realistically, you got to set things up to where you're looking at 2/3 of your pay being your bills.
That's if you have.
I found that out the hard way.
That's if you have the proper short-term disability.
I have found that out the hard way.
Some people, they have to pay extra to have short-term disability.
Oh yeah, I pay into it as well.
I don't have any. If I'm off work, that's it. Yeah. But like, I know I've got family that on their short-term disability, it's enough to pay their insurance costs. That's it. They're not taking home anything bill-wise.
No, but like I said, that's where like you gotta look at everything to where it's it's supposed to be 2/3 of your pay, and yeah, insurance costs anymore, they're skyrocketing.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're gaining no extra viewers right now, mind you. But here's one: genetically modified mosquitoes.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that one out. It's like they're genetically modified so that when they reproduce, the babies don't make it to full adulthood. Is that what I was reading in that?
Yeah.
So
exactly reading.
They're trying to make it to where mosquitoes will die out on their own.
I guess.
So how many of these genetically modified little buggers are going to be getting released monthly because they're going to have to do it monthly?
They're also non-biting.
Well, they're the males that they're releasing.
Right, but they're still a non-biting mosquito.
No male mosquito bites. Only female mosquitoes bite. So, I mean, they're releasing nothing but males out there to reproduce. I get that. Okay. But you still have all the other male mosquitoes out there too. So how's this supposed to help? I mean, you're going to have to be releasing these things and creating these things in the lab, really.
Oxytex mosquitoes, which don't bite, unlike the recently discovered yellow fever-carrying Aedes scapulus mosquitoes. So it will be introduced in small areas in select number of neighborhoods between mile markers 10 and 93 in the Florida Keys. All right, so that right there, that the yellow fever, the ones that were carrying the yellow fever did bite.
Yeah.
They're releasing ones that don't bite.
What the hell good?
A self-limiting gene from its genetically modified males to the wild mates, ensuring future offspring do not mature into adulthood and reducing the population. So yeah, the intention is for them to mate and reduce the population.
Yeah. But you still have all the other. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know. How much is this program costing? They don't even go into that.
Well, here's the real question. The real question is, what happens to the world ecosystem
if you wipe out mosquitoes?
Wipe out mosquitoes.
Yeah. That's the thing, too, that hit me as well. And also the cost. I mean, where's the cost in this? It's all wrapped up in such a neat package. There's no mention of any cost.
I fucking hate mosquitoes.
Oh, I don't like them either, by any means.
No, I can't.
But for you specifically with mosquitoes, I understand you've had malaria twice.
Not mosquito-borne malaria.
But still.
The malaria that could not actually be carried by mosquitoes. It was a bloodborne pathogen only.
Nice.
Yeah. Fun times. Amazing medication that makes you feel like you're dying.
As usual.
Yeah.
Military meds.
Well, no. I've taken them on the civilian side too. After getting out, that is the treatment. There's no way around it. Feels like demons climbing out of your stomach.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. It's Permaquin. As you recall, what do they spray on your uniforms?
Permethrin.
What do you think the same concept behind the pill?
Oh boy.
Permethrin. So, at least that's what I was understanding out of it. Let's go with that. There's been people talking that, misspeaking that, the doctor told the one MMA fighter, the doctor told me that, I've got the beginning stages of CTE. And they're like, well, unless they cut open your brain, they can't tell if you have CTE. He's like, well, I must have misunderstood. So people are like, did you misunderstand your doctor then? Because he, of course, had to come out and apologize for it.
That might be proof of it, though.
Right.
Sorry.
Well, what's the difference between What's the difference between CTE and TBI?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, this is the first I've ever heard of CTE. I don't even know what the hell it is. I'm just talking out my ass.
I'll look it up here for a second. Chronic traumatic
encephalopathy.
Yeah, term used to describe brain degeneration likely caused by repeated head traumas. CT is a diagnosis made only at autopsy by studying sections of the brain. CT is very rare disorder that is not yet well understood. But they've been talking. You hear like Joe Rogan talk all the time about MMA fighters and football players having CTE. So if you can only detect it due to autopsy, then how?
Yeah, I'm reading up on it at the same time.
As of right now, we have 3 live viewers. So welcome to the show. Whoever this new third viewer is, go ahead if you haven't, subscribe. hit that like button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when we post up videos.
Okay, so apparently what CTE does, it builds up due to impact to the brain. It tangles and clumps together and slowly kills neurons. It also spreads to other cells and makes it harder for the brain to work. Interesting. Okay. I was, something new to look at there.
Yeah, and
kind of a dull moment. Sorry.
No, it's fine because it falls under the Jaggers Juxtaplooza would be the Nick and Zac Show that is in temporary permanent hiatus. But that was one thing that Nick had wanted to discuss was PTSD and TBI, and I was always like, oh, I understand. It's something serious. It should be addressed. TBI. Well, somebody tell me the difference between TBI and CTE, other than you can somewhat tell if you have traumatic brain injury. I guess multiple traumatic brain injuries could lead to CTE. Is that what it is? Is that what you're getting out of it?
Basically, yeah. Basically, I mean, TBI, it shows up on an MRI because it's like, oh, yeah, your brain damaged right here,
Right.
I mean, that's really what it is literal physical brain damage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's... Yeah, I don't know. But speaking of Nick of the Nick and Zac Show, we're having my daughter's birthday party, and he's considered close family, kind of. So we're safe for inviting certain people because they properly quarantine themselves and isolate prior to coming, and then before leaving and whatnot. And mask wearing, the safety of the mask.
Right? I was invited, but unfortunately they freaking changed my drill dates.
Well, right, but you would have been wearing a mask anyways, so Oh, what? I'm sorry. Did you want to take off your mask for the show?
Yeah, this is a horrible one, isn't it?
But yeah, he said he's going to try to turn in for the day off. We'll find out if he can make it or not. We of course have the new wonderful fence put up in the backyard. I guess it's we're too close to me. The new wonderful fence put up in the backyard.
Wonderful new layer of privacy.
Unless you're looking for my gate, you will never find my gate. Unless you look for the one out of place thing, you won't find my gate, which is actually really nice. Unless you're inside the fence. If you're inside the fence, you can find it right away.
Oh, I'm sure.
Now I got to take.
Whenever you make it hidden, though.
Yeah, now I got to take down the chain link fence inside of that gate. So, yeah, that'll be fun. At some point, you might come get this said fence.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we can do.
Probably best. It's not going to fit in the back of my wife's car. And after I fit the air conditioner in the back of the car and almost died because of it, I'm not even attempting something bigger.
Oh, let's hear this air conditioner in the trunk story.
Well, it's one of those 10,000 BTU portable air conditioners. So they're kind of tall, right? And they're fair size box. You've seen them in. Well, it's a 2020 Ford Fusion, and the trunk space is there. The depth of opening, not so much.
Nice.
We went in, and she thought I was going to rip the weather strip, and it did not. I got real lucky. It went in, it went out. I'm being given the death glare right now because I reminded her that I did it. There may not be another show after this because I think the screen's going black. Oh my God, she's coming! Run for your lives! No, it was fun though. Whoever the third person is, feel free to leave comments. We do respond to our comments.
Yes, we definitely do.
There's roughly a 10-second delay, give or take, before we see any comments, and then you'll get another 10-second delay back the other direction. So,
yeah, I have heard that the dog seems to be particular on the wanting to bite him.
no, it's never tried to bite me once. I've been at a safe distance all the time, and it's slowly just stopped caring. Eventually, though, one day I might get close to the dog, and that might be the last thing I do, but we'll find out. I don't know. I'm not. Biggest thing is I'm not scared of the dog. I'm cautiously respectful of the dog, right? Because that's how you should be with any dog. Cautiously respectful, and I'm not going to just invade his space because that's how you do get bit.
Exactly.
If they slowly get used to you over the years, there might be a chance sometime that's left in the dog's livelihood that I can pet him once, and that might be the last thing my hand does, but by God, I'll do it once.
You'll be able to pet him as well. Never mind. I'll stop.
Pet his stomach while I'm at it. I'll rub his belly from the inside. So, but the problem is, as dogs get older, it just,
Yeah. I mean, I literally had one that the mind was slipping on as it got older. So yeah, they get even meaner. Huh?
Dementia in a dog.
Yes. Yes, they get even meaner.
So, but like this one's starting to develop like a hip lump and a stomach lump, and it just they're not the big grapefruit lumps, but you can tell he's getting old and he's still kicking though, and he's not limping around. He's still going. He's just getting there. 14-year-old purebred German Shepherd.
Ooh.
He's got a few years left. He didn't follow the service dog, the police service dog line that his genetic lineage goes to. They all went that way. So because he didn't follow that, it should expand his life anyways.
Yeah.
Because the stress put on those dogs kind of does generally shorten their functionality.
Yeah, by a couple of years it can.
Yeah. Military ones are almost worse, unless they retire them early. But the funniest thing about, I don't know how often you dealt with military working dogs.
Occasionally, not nearly as often as you did though.
Do you know the rank of that dog is always one above their handler?
That's no real surprise.
Yeah, the dog is granted one rank above its handler. So if you're an E5 sergeant, that's a staff sergeant. If you're a staff sergeant, that dog's a sergeant first class.
Neat.
Now imagine what happens if you assault that dog.
Ooh.
Yeah, think about that one.
You know what? Now we need to do another Google search.
What?
Look for anybody who was dumb enough to try that.
Well, assaulting the dog is just running from the dog, not stopping. Trying to fight the dog as it grabs a hold of them, whatever. There could be anything. I mean, those dogs get injured all the time. But what I always found funny, it's what we were always taught, is that when you go to an infantry barracks as an MP, MPs, everybody doesn't get along. They'll punch their first sergeant in the mouth, right? No, whatever. If they're throwing a fit, the MPs show up, they just stop right then and there. They'll be like, okay, because it's worse to assault the MP than it is to assault their first sergeant. Because as the MP, you're a representative of the provost marshal.
Yeah.
So, she's playing Final Fantasy, I think. And her controller's acting up or something. And then it's like she went into this house thing and it just spit her back out.
No, it ate me.
The house ate her and spit her back out. So,
Okay.
yeah, I have no
You got
idea.
any more customer service stories for us?
They did email me back. They didn't really. Yeah. You're going back 2 weeks now. Like this is stuff for last week. Generally, I had nothing but issue. The lady just, oh, I'm sorry. Here's your money back for your shipping because it's a late shipment because it's coming a day late. And I was like, that's not my problem. My problem is it's consistently every other week we're having some sort of fucking problem. She'll address it. She'll let people know. Whatever. Our box comes the very next day, as it was supposed to, right? Because they're having issues with FedEx. Who's not having issues with FedEx?
Who's not having issues with anything with transportation right now?
Right. But so literally the very next day it comes, and that gel packet, that ice pack, is busted open and all over everything.
Oh, wonderful!
It seeped into the tortilla shells, seeped into the potatoes, all the vegetables that were in there. And I was like, I called them again. I was like, we're not touching this. And they're like, it's technically not toxic. You can just wash it off. I said it seeped into the potatoes and they sat in it. It means that these are now alcoholic potatoes. I said, I got it. It's like 90% alcohol, these gel packs. I said, but no, I'm not. My wife won't touch the stuff with the gel pack all over it. We don't know who's allergic to what. I don't know exactly what's in that. It's no different than, say, you're allergic to fucking peanuts.
Yeah.
That's what I told the lady. It's like no different than, that. She's like, no, that makes sense. I'm putting in not edible. Marks it in there. No, whatever. She understood that. I've had before with a different one where FedEx punctured the box, right? It looked like a fork truck penetrated this box, but it's FedEx. What fork trucks are they using, right? They don't pelletize shit. So, but it looked like a fork truck penetrated the box, pierced the gel pack. I had to call poison control, animal poison control, which is $60 fucking, mind you.
What, just to call them?
Yeah, it's not free like it is for people poison control. Now, they don't charge you till the end of the call. So I guess technically you could just hang up, but whatever. I paid $60 for animal poison control because one dog was damn near seizuring out because of alcohol poisoning.
Wow.
Have you ever seen a dog get alcohol poisoning?
No.
Okay, so I had this Chihuahua, right? And it was because it was my buddy's mom's dog, and when she passed away, he couldn't house the dog, right? I was like, okay, I'll watch the dog. And when I went to get out of the army, I was like, hey, dude. He goes, no, she's got a happy home. Just my mom would appreciate her there. And next thing I know, this is like 6 months, a year later, and I had a family member living with me, and they left their beer out. And I didn't know it, right? They left it on the counter, or on the end table next to the couch. And the dog knocked it over. Well, the one dog drank it up. It was that Chihuahua. Drank a whole, I don't know how much of the beer it drank up. And, this is a tiny little fat ass Chihuahua. I swear to God, it had a stroke. I was like, am I going to have to put this dog down? It's walking around. I spent like a day and a half walking around, tongue dangling out the side of its mouth like a stroke victim. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, literally, like the dog's half its body, like a stroke victim.
I shouldn't be laughing at this. I really shouldn't, but man.
No, it was horrible because I was like, oh my God, like, I've got to call my buddy. I got to tell him his mom's dog, I think it had a stroke. Like, okay, so I go to call him. I was like, oh my God. So, and then I was like, oh my God, she's fine. Oh, thank God. Like, I figured out what it was too, because behind the couch was this empty beer bottle that had spilled all over the floor. It took like a day and a half for this dog to sober up. And I was just like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Yeah.
Oh shit. See, now I've I've gone ahead and shared beer with my dogs before, and they've never gotten like that to where like days on end, anything like that. They've gotten a little tipsy with me before.
Well, and I've never been fond of the concept, but I grew up where it did happen. I just
It's
the
not
dog,
like sitting there and being like, okay, here, dog, we're going to get you drunk. No, it's like, okay, here, I'll drink my beer. Here's some for you, you know?
or when they knock it over or whatever, you know. But but your dogs were way bigger than this little ass dog. Like, I've got cats bigger than this dog.
Yeah.
I sent you a private message. Informing you who I had to call.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Got no issue when the dog did finally pass away. He was like, "Hey, she lived a good life." I felt bad.
Oh, she definitely lived a good life.
Right. But so needless to say, yeah, the difference is the size of the dog versus the not size of the dog.
Well, even a little dog, I used to let him drink with me.
Yeah, but that wasn't the size of my. I have cats bigger than this Chihuahua.
Well, this dog was about the size of a cat.
So
he'd drink just as much as the big one would.
But
actually, Jim Beam was his favorite, the little dog. If you left your cup with Jim Beam alone, he'd go over there and finish it.
I know people who literally fill their dog's water bowl full of beer. And it's like, okay, dude, now that's too far.
I have split it with them before in like little water bowls. Yeah.
No. I mean, like multiple beers into their water bowl.
No.
Yeah, like
no, I'm not that bad.
Here's a full beer for the dog while I drink this one. Oh, it's time for another one. It's like, no.
Nah, the dogs at most would get like 2 beers, maybe 3. Yeah, at the most 3 whenever I was drinking beer for no other reason than to drink. Yeah.
So
I'm not sure where from.
I don't know. I muted my mic. I got close to the computer. It might have been what did it. So I muted the mic and it's gone now. So, but needless to say, well, I mean, just needless to say,
not a good idea to just go ahead and get any animal just drunk.
No, not at all. But needless to say, so I have.
Although it's hilarious to see a horse that's drunk. I have not done that. I have not gotten the horse drunk. I have seen a drunk horse before, though. Probably more drunk than the person that was riding it, too. And that was not me.
I don't know that. But anyway, so I'm on the phone with customer service. This lady, oh my God, the second lady, everything just being taken care of. Freaking, she's got this. I don't know. Here's what bothers me. Did I trust her because her British accent? Because British people sound smart to Americans. Tell me I'm wrong. British accent makes
you fell for a British accent.
Do what?
You fell for a British accent.
No. She actually was British, and that tells me that they're outsourcing because the first lady sounded like she was in India. So, or Mexico. I'm not sure. I don't know accents very well. But I knew the British accent because I watched a lot of BBC. I couldn't tell you where at in the UK, but I knew the British accent. I knew it was not Irish. Okay, let's go with that. And it wasn't Scottish either. I knew it was British of some sort. But anyway, she's like, yeah, this is unacceptable. I was like, I like the words you're using. You sound smart, but you're also literally going, here's the thing. The first lady, the Mexican or Indian or wherever the hell she was from in Pakistan, was literally taking and telling me, well, yeah, we sent you an email. I was like, yeah, well, we never received the email. No, we sent you an email. I said, look, it doesn't matter what you say. I'm looking in my junk mail. I'm looking in the trash, and I've got emails in there from back in January, right? I said, I'm telling you, we never received an email. We have every email you guys have ever sent us. You're taking longer than your 72-hour response time, and we never received the email. I tell the second lady who's in the UK somewhere, who's probably actually still in Pakistan. But I tell her that, hey, look, we never received this email. And she's like, I'm reading the email now, but we're going to look into why you didn't receive it. The first lady said, well, I can't control what your internet provider or your email provider does with your emails. I was like, I'm about to come through this fucking phone right now. How about, yes, you can't control where Gmail sends my emails, but you can control how your email sends the emails.
Wow.
The second lady, she's like, we're going to look into it. I'm going to get a hold of IT, and we're going to find out why you aren't receiving emails from us that aren't the automated email. I like the way you're talking. I like the words you're saying. She said she's going to follow up with this, and she'll get back to us. Was it like a day and a half, 2 days later? We actually got an email that said that we're addressing this situation still, and they're like supposedly monitoring to make sure our boxes are properly, packed, like paying extra special attention to our boxes. I don't know if they can actually do that, but supposedly they're they don't want to lose our business. And I was like, okay.
They're probably taking pictures of it as it leaves their facility so that way they can pin it on FedEx.
The first lady wanted to pin it on FedEx. The second lady, I didn't give her an option. No, actually, no. The second lady was like, okay, is there damage to the outside of the box? I said, no, it's a pristine box. It looks like it just came off the printer. And it's like, I deliver brand new pristine boxes. I can tell you what they look like when they come off the printer. I said, this thing looks perfect. She goes, okay, so then we know it's not FedEx. It's got to be internal. Like literally ruled it out right then and there. She said, it's not FedEx then. It's not the delivery provider because the box looks in pristine condition. I said, absolutely. I said, and the bag inside of it's what's holding all the gel packet inside from leaking everywhere.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That was customer service. They're spending extra special time. I may reach out and see if we can get a sponsorship from them so that they'll send you and me free food or something.
That'd be interesting.
I know, right? Then your wife would have to cook.
But then if they send it to you for free, then you really can't complain about it in the condition that it arrives, right?
The hell I can't. I'm giving reviews. Take that. Yeah. Look, if I got sponsored like the Steven Crowder Louder with Crowder, he's sponsored by Walther. If Walther sent me a pistol and it didn't fire properly because the extractor wasn't working right, I would be like, well, the extractor didn't work right on this pistol. But they dealt with the issue by this, and this. So they hold to, support.
They hold to their standard.
Yeah. So you can deal with it in that regard.
Be interesting.
Right. And I don't know who this third person watching is, but again, third
or the second person for that matter.
Of course, I always know everything going on, but the third person I don't know.
The second person would probably be the one upstairs.
I could never admit that there's a possibility of at least two people in my house watching right now.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, if they want to watch from another room, let them watch from another room. They want to watch from the same room, well, that's their business too.
Yeah.
They are a viewer, and they're actually viewing. And they're over 13, so it's okay. In fact, they're over 18, so it's even better.
Wonderful.
Oh my God, we're listening to the fucking radio, right? And this country music lady is being interviewed by Stormy Warren on the highway, right? Oh, Buzz? Okay, anyways, being interviewed on the freaking highway or whatever, right? And said she's knocking on 30. Okay. My wife's like, I wonder how old she actually is. She's 24. 24.
And
26?
said she's knocking on 30?
26. Okay, she's 26. And she said she's knocking on 30. I didn't say I was knocking on 30 until I was like 29.
Jeez.
Like right now, I'm like, I'm in my mid 30s. Because I am.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in my mid 30s. It doesn't mean I'm 35. It means you're from somewhere between 33 and 37.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, my wife's knocking on 30. She's about to be 28. She's knocking on 30.
Oh, my.
And my wife doesn't say I'm knocking on 30. She goes, I'm 27 years old. My wife is not one of those that like, oh, I'm forever 21 or that like, you know, yeah, or, you know, I'm almost this age. No, it's very practical. Like 100%, this is my age and get over it.
Exactly. For me, whatever it is, what it is.
Oh, my father-in-law is now, as of a couple days ago, got 2 years left before he's 70.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She's yelling at her game. The house ate her again.
No.
Oh, it sat on her.
It's not, no, it ate me again. You're right.
How does a house sit on you in a game?
I don't know. The crackling?
Yes.
It's the wire's probably getting screwed up. It's probably time to replace the headset. It's got as it's playing the music. That's what she's yelling about because it's screwing up her ability to play the game. And I just unplugged the headset or whatever later after the show, and it literally like the whole music is probably just crackling. That would be just our luck.
Cricket interference?
Cricket interference.
Even when you're talking now, I can hear the damn thing.
Yeah, I know. The Blizzards need to find it. So we've got live plants in there now, though. Which, I don't know. With the lizards, there's live plants in there now, which actually is controlling that humidity level a lot better.
Oh yeah.
Right? Yeah. I wasn't being like a complete smartass. Like we've got the because we bought that new terrarium with the swing gates, right? The front opening. It's got plastic pieces to sit over some of the spots so that all the humidity escapes. But yeah, it's we've got live plants in there now, and it's actually controlling the humidity level a lot better.
Huh.
We looked it up, and they say live plants actually help with the humidity because they're holding in that moisture, and then CO2 and all the other nonsense that goes with it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it makes sense to a degree.
Yeah, and then we missed the hell out. I got to get a new misting system for it. That way, it can just mist on its own automatically a couple times a day. But that damn cuckoo clock, I got to replace the thing. Actually, if like we had it within the first week, we had it because my in-laws gave it to us for a new home gift, right? When we got the housewarming, is that what it is? Housewarming gift. Because they have a cuckoo clock, and they've always had a cuckoo clock. So Shasta needed a cuckoo clock. Right. So, whatever. I put it on the wall. Within a week, it somehow leapt off the wall. Yeah. We came home from church, and it's laying on the floor, and the little, what do they call the thing? The pendulum that goes back and forth is broken. That whatever with this cuckoo clock from the get-go, you could never turn the volume down to low or turn it off. So it just always cuckoos on high.
Huh.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the joy of this cuckoo clock. So we've got to replace it, and then we can pack it up because it was a gift, I've still got all the parts. I just can't fix it. But pack it away or leave it up there with no batteries just for looks.
Yeah, that's. So what you're saying is your cuckoo clock is possessed.
Well, yeah, because the bird doesn't come in and out anymore. It's either out or it's in after it jumped off the wall. No, because I had the hook angled too. So I had the screw that I hooked it to angled out too, upward, so that with the hole it sat on it, and somehow it came off. But it easily could have been the dogs tossed the wall too.
Or the dog jumped up and knocked it off there when it went off.
No, the dogs were locked up in a different room.
Ah.
Otherwise, yes, you very well could be right. Well, the Sean from 2 weeks ago. I let him know we were live on the thing, and he didn't say anything. He hasn't even read the message, but he's on the Facebook right now, so he's being a Nick. In fact, I've gone in there and I've looked at him and been like, "Don't be a Nick." And he takes it very serious now. He takes it very serious now. If I'm like, you're being a Nick. He's like, oh. And then now I think I got the one coworker, or because he's the manager too. I think I've got one of his employees telling him he's a Nick now. I don't really know what's going on. I don't know the employee even understands either, but
one way or the other, it's still funny.
Yeah, and he's now a Facebook follower as well for the Jaggers Juxtaplooza. And when he did that, I added him on my my personal Facebook. He's because I get along with him fairly well. I'm not just adding every random Joe Schmo, because for that, her controller just disconnected and she's dying. Oh, she won. Never mind. Oh, there's fireworks. It's like Ozzy Osbourne on stage right now. It's kind of creepy.
Burning down the house.
I don't know what this. Anyways, yeah. So, but I got two of his employees to possibly follow the show. The one has their own YouTube channel, and they talked about plugging our YouTube channel on his. He usually gets 93 live viewers when he does go live, but he does music and gaming, something to do with Twitch. I don't understand.
Huh.
Yeah.
Kind of like that TikTok thing.
No, Twitch is like a game thing. Like people play their video games or whatever. Which
Yeah.
I've kept telling you we should play video games and talk shit to each other, but you just don't.
I don't have time for video games in a way.
You don't have to have time other than during this show. We could host the Zac Yak Pac freaking gaming hour. With the PlayStation.
There's noises coming from upstairs.
They're in your head.
No, they're not in my head. I wish they were.
Drink more alcohol, Zach. Oh, hey, look, listen to the voices. You're
I haven't had any alcohol in a while, actually.
You're too sober. You're pulling a Nick.
No. I actually don't really have it.
Unless, of course, you've chosen sobriety because you realized you had an alcohol issue, in which case then we all support you, and cheers to you, my friend. As he looks down the entire time.
I have not chosen sobriety.
Sobriety?
I have not.
Good. Then why are you talking like you're drunk?
Oh, I've been up since 5 a.m.
I have not chosen sobriety.
Oh, yelling at the dog. See, I heard yelling. For the dog, though. Surprised there hasn't been that much yelling for the dogs or at the dogs at your place tonight.
Well, the one dog's about to get yelled at because she just the kid fell asleep on the couch, right? And the dog just tried going, "Oh, I should go sniff her face."
Wonderful.
Right. Of course, it's the youngest dog too. So the cats have been cuddling with her. She gets dogs in and out of her room now that she's got her own, big girl bed that she wants to sleep in. And by that, I literally mean we had to get a twin size mattress. And now all of a sudden, she'll sleep in her own bed.
I told you.
The toddler bed, fuck off. I'm not touching this thing, which I'm sure had something to do with the crinkling of the crib mattress, because I don't understand. I understand the financial aspect of, not having to replace that mattress, but why do they use the same mattress?
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, there's to a degree, it's the financial aspect, it's the easy use too, in a way, because then you're like most of the cribs nowadays, they all convert to a toddler bed for the most part. So you just drop the face off of it, and boom, you got the toddler bed.
Right.
At the same time, they also make them to where you can convert those to a twin size anymore. Have you ever noticed that the length of a toddler bed is the same width as a twin?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So those things are designed to buy another kit that have the rails to turn it into a regular bed.
Right. Well, I mean, they're the grow with me beds or whatever they call them. Is the third person your wife? Is that what's going on? Is she just
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know who it is.
never mind. It's gone now, and it's probably back at the same time.
It is her.
She just texted you. She literally stopped.
No, she just left a comment.
Oh, okay. I see that now. So, yeah. Needless to say.
So I guess apparently the dog will not leave the one kid alone tonight at all. I'm assuming that trying to get the kids to go to bed right now and hopefully have a better day tomorrow.
Better day for the kids or better day for you?
Better day with listening on their behalf.
What, you're sending them away?
Huh?
I said, what, you're sending them away?
No, they're not listening properly at all right now. So trust me, the thought has popped to mind about military school.
My mom never threatened me with military school.
Oh, I haven't necessarily threatened them with it. She has.
No, my mom never threatened me with it because she knew I'd say, okay, send me. When did it go? So, it would not have worked as a threat. I was like, okay, I don't have to be here. You can't tell me what to do.
Spill water on the computer.
It's like, you can't tell me what to do then.
Oh, my. You ever notice how some of these kids are that go to military school, though? Like, some of them legitimately need it, but then others are just there, and
Right.
don't really need it. But every single one of them seems to have the same sad look on their face.
Well, how about it never get anywhere in life?
Oh, it really doesn't.
Ooh, you get E4 too quick. I mean, if you go to the right military academy, like for undergrad, then you go to a military school, and become an officer, but you're still just a second lieutenant.
Yeah. Yeah, it really doesn't. Yeah, it really doesn't do any good. It's kind of like junior ROTC, I mean, the kids in high school and all, okay, great, whatever. But it doesn't get them anywhere in the military at all. It sucks, unfortunately, that it's like that. It might prepare them for a regular ROTC at a regular college and then become a second lieutenant, like you said. But yeah, it does no good, junior ROTC, really.
Oh, yeah, that's JROTC. But I'm talking like the military academies, like the military school.
Well, I was drawing the comparison with junior ROTC, too.
You're cutting in and out.
I was
Is
drawing
it
the
me? Is it
comparison.
him?
It's you because your video's even glitching. But the
Your video's
JROTC,
glitching.
it's kind of the same way.
Well, here's my thing, right? I think we discussed this earlier in the week or last week. They need to change military structure. And they need to take that second lieutenant and make them a squad lieutenant rather than a platoon lieutenant.
Yeah, there definitely could be some benefits to it.
You know, you put them with the squad leader, so there's a smaller group. I got it. The problem is you put them in there with that platoon sergeant. They think they know shit, and they try telling that platoon sergeant, the E7, how they're actually going to do shit, and they don't know anything
At all.
And the problem, the big problem is when you get like when my second deployment, we split the platoon, so the squad leader went with, or the platoon sergeant with two squads, and the platoon leader went with the one squad because we have three squads, right? Went with us, and so now it's a second lieutenant and a staff sergeant. You don't even have the grounds to stand on as a staff sergeant that you have as a sergeant first class because you're still just a squad leader.
Yep.
So I think that makes an issue. They need to put that second lieutenant on the same grounds as or same standing as a E6.
Yeah. They definitely need to do something to where, change it up to where, you don't have these brand new people coming in that really all they have is a little bit of military history to go off of, but no practicality, no actual in the field experience at all, and leading people.
Well, I mean, there's still going to be four. Like we were discussing, if they resign their commission or they get decommissioned, and they go to the enlisted side, they're an E4.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Or if they don't make the final cut, then they're an E4. And I mean, heck, at that point, you really are no better than anybody that went through JROTC because some of them come in as an E4.
I hit every rank all the way up to what I touched, from E1 to E5. And I bet you I was an E1 longer than you ever were.
But not an E4. Anyhow.
Well, no, the reason I say that is from E1, I spent about a year as an E1. Got my E2. Got promoted to E3 late, even though they backdated everything. And then I actually got pinned it late, so what's it matter, right? And then I got my E4 the same year I got my E3. With no waiver.
Yeah.
Because I started out National Guard, they couldn't promote me until they found the way to get me to E2 because they just said, "Here's some. You tried recruiting people, so here's some names. You get that recruiting. So now I'm an E2. So I go to basic training as an E2, come back, I get my E3, but it takes them like 3 months to promote me, and then I get my E4 literally November of that same fucking year.
Yeah.
And then I come active duty, and I have to start all over again, time and grade, time and service, to be able to go for E5.
Nice.
Yeah. Which is only like 2 years. So, and then I stayed in E4 until, well, and that's my problem. Yeah, I stayed in E4 for quite a while.
Not as long as me.
No, here's my issue. You get these kids that come out of They're the MI kids usually. They come out of school. They already have their E4 and are eligible for their E5 based on time and grade, time in service, and they get promoted within 6 months of getting out of school.
Yeah.
And they don't even know what the fuck they're doing. That's the dumbest thing they've ever done. Because then they end up, you got to think, then they end up in charge of like a section way sooner than they should too. Interacting with other soldiers, and they have no idea how to be a soldier. There's a whole difference of being in the schoolhouse and being a real soldier.
Oh yeah, there definitely is.
But that's all the feedback you're giving.
Well, a lot of it hits where, like, on paper is all that seems to matter anymore. So.
No, it is, but that's besides the point. I guess I'll take you to this one here. Let's help you out here. Because apparently you're feeling the edge of am I allowed to talk right now or not? Where this is talking about rank structure was something you're allowed to, but whatever. I'm just gonna read the title of this because we've all experienced it. Engine damage after oil change shop forgets to put oil in SUV.
They never mentioned the name of the shop, but I would venture to put money on Jiffy Lube.
My mother took hers to Walmart, and they accidentally left a double seal. And then tried being like, well, they would pay to do the redo the oil change. That was it. It's like, so she's still paying for the original oil change. No, you should fix this and give her money back. Luckily, she has an idiot light that shut the whole car off because it ran out of oil. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, this makes no sense. Like, how do you get so bad it damages the engine? Because the picture didn't look like an older vehicle.
Well, what they did was they never even put any oil back into the engine at all.
It happens all the time.
And the guy literally drove away with it like that. And the engine seized.
Happens all the time.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because a lot of times they're doing 2 or 3 cars at the same time. And if they get distracted, they move on. Or you've got 2 people working on the same car because one's doing this, one's doing that.
Yep.
Oil drain plugs. The best one is when they pour the oil in, but nobody put the drain plug back in.
Yeah, but I mean, most shops with that one, they'll catch it before they even give the car back to the person. Usually. It's one of those where it's like, oh, where's that coming from? Now, the one lady that you sent me a story on this week, I've actually had it happen before with a banking error, but I knew better than to do what she tried to do.
The $1.2 million accidentally transferred to her bank or whatever?
Yeah. So, interestingly enough, I had a Army pay hiccup going on, and I was waiting, and I was literally checking my bank account every day with the platoon sergeant to see when my back BAH was going to hit. We checked it the one day together, and there was millions of dollars in my account. And what it was literally the bank that I had at the time. Somehow their deposit to the Federal Reserve Bank went into my account. And we're not just talking about a few $1 million here. We're talking hundreds of millions of dollars. Wound up going into my checking account. And this was actually the first time I was ever investigated.
Did they at least let you keep the interest, the 1 day's interest off this?
Oh man, that would have been so awesome, but no. No, they took as soon as we saw that, it was really funny because as soon as we saw that, it was maybe 10 or 15 minutes later, and they were requesting to speak with me, the powers that be, the so-called behind the scenes actors that are watching your every move.
Right.
Some of them CID. They were like, hey, what's going on here? Why do you have all this money in your account? I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, I'm trying to figure this out too. We're getting ready to call my bank. Come along with us, please. And they're like, nope, you're calling from here in this office. It's like, okay, fine. And when it did all that, yeah, it was a Federal Reserve transfer. Somehow ended up in my account. How do you do that? I mean, and at the same time, obviously I didn't spend any of the money because I'm not in jail. But this lady here, I don't know. I mean, a banking error in your favor, it's a gray area, It's not like she stole the money. No, you literally sent it to her.
Yeah, but it depends on whatever fine print you sign too.
Yes, especially considering for her it was from a brokerage firm that she had. So, a brokerage firm that had fine print on that. Me, on the other hand, I don't know. Maybe I could have gotten away with it. I really don't know.
Well, yeah, but you'd still be broke, so it's fine.
Oh,
You would still be broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, that lady, it's like she's refusing to send it back. It's going to court. She's had charges pressed on her, and they're trying to press charges on her that just can't stick because it's like, well, banking fraud. Well, she didn't fraud. Well, this, and it's like, she didn't do that. You technically did it. She just told you, screw you. I'm spending.
I'm gonna go get some more water. I'll be back.
Well, while he's off doing that, because he hasn't said it anytime soon, go ahead and follow us on the Facebook at the Jaggers Juxtaplooza. That is THEJaggersJuxtaplooza. And you can follow me on Instagram at MPJaggs, JAGGS. MPJAGGS. Okay. And you can follow the other Zac at I was going to list off some random phone number, but I don't know if it wouldn't actually be somebody's actual phone number. I was about to be a real smart ass. But go ahead and subscribe. Hit that like button. It helps with the algorithms. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time we have a new video come up. And don't be afraid. Please do actually do it. Share us with your friends and family that you have, because that's the only way we get noticed, is if you actually share these videos, or just the YouTube page in general. It's always great if we grow as a channel. We've slowly grown over about the last week. We're sitting at over 20 subscribers, several viewers. Right now we've got, as of me seeing this, 2 live views. But you never know what's going to happen. Apparently, it takes forever to get water as well. Apparently he went to Flint. I still don't know if it's okay to drink the water there or not. I haven't investigated for a while. Whatever you do, don't drink out of Lake Michigan straight directly. I'm pretty sure that's not healthy for you. It's too close to Canada. That might be part of it. I don't know. It could be their socialism saturating through to us. Really, I'm just rambling because he's still gone, and this show is not made for my ramble. He didn't leave me with a topic to discuss. He just left. Oh, I'll be right back with nothing left. So, again, his phone number is... I was hoping he was sitting down right then. I heard the noise in the background.
I still say don't
Yeah, I highly recommend not drinking out of the local creek. That's probably not good either. Toilet water is definitely bad for you. I highly don't recommend that, especially if they have Clorox tablets in the back of the bowl, because then that's actually getting in the bottom. But that's why you don't let your dogs drink out your toilet either. I've said enough random crap for now. We haven't got to the important stuff, and he's still gone, such as what did I get in the mail today? He's still not back. I would make Jeopardy music, but I'm afraid that would actually get me copyright struck too. But of course, we have no viewers making comments for me to be able to judge on, other than the obvious. Don't be a Nick. I hear air rushing in the background. I don't know if that means he's on his way back, or if that means somebody flushed a toilet, and that's actually the sound going through the pipe. That if that's what it was, it means he might very well be drinking toilet water. I don't recommend it. I do not, but I can't tell him how to live his life.
Oh my!
Again, you can follow the other Zac at his local phone number, which is
Nunya. Anyhow,
the hell it ain't. I got your phone number right here. As I pick up my TV remote because my phone's right behind it. We heard the rushing sound in the background. Their viewers are telling you don't drink toilet water.
I wasn't.
So we have yet to play a fun game. We have a game today.
Oh no!
The game we're gonna play is what did I get in the mail?
A messed up Dinnerly box.
No. That comes Tuesday.
IRS bill.
No. They send people to your house for that.
A cease and desist notice.
Yeah, for my fence. It's too late though.
A court summons.
Yeah, for you.
I like that. She said, "Yeah, for you."
It's fine. Okay.
I got stack of trading cards.
Your Cyber Frog cards.
Would be what they are.
Huh?
I said that would be what they are. But we could go through all of them. I mean, that would be besides the point. But what you don't see is on the back. They're the old. You remember your old Topps puzzle cards, where you line them all up and you finish your puzzle.
Okay.
So they're all puzzle cards too. Yeah. So like the back side of it's all puzzle. You don't remember what I'm talking about at all, do you?
No, I remember how you wind up lining them up and having the picture then.
Yeah. Well, this is the different picture. Like there was some that was a puzzle card front. They were just puzzle cards in general. And then there's like these ones. It's a puzzle card back. So you have your actual like your run on the front and then on the back. But the way we're set up in this house is I get two of them. So I have one that could be reversed as a puzzle card and one that could show you the fronts.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. My wife does her Ipsy, and I do my my Cyberfrog Patreon and get these. There's also the YouTube one, but it was just like, you know, at the time it wasn't coming as often as as what it was talked, and I only got a couple. And it's like technically you get different cards for each, but it's like, look, there's only so much money I can give a dude on a monthly basis.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pick the one where I get the most.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah. So, you know, my wife gets her monthly Ipsy in her little bags, and I get, you know, some Cyberfrog stuff, and I should hopefully have some comic books coming here shortly. You know, some of them over the next couple of months. Some action figures. I'm looking forward to my action figures.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure you're looking forward to those.
I mean, they're going on the shelves. I just don't know which shelf.
Staying in the packaging too.
Some of them.
Some of them.
Some of them. I've got multiple sets coming. That would be the problem. And so it's like, I don't know. We'll see how many actually show up, and then we'll figure out from there. Because I've got a couple different copies of the books coming. I don't know how many action figures are showing up, and so when that happens, I'll find out how many I give my kids, or how many go on the walls, or how many I open up to play with myself. On the show, I'll be like, "Oh, hey, other Zach, look, it's a giant fucking lizard."
Oh my!
So we'll see how many show up, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. So with the none going on the wall, ooh,
Right, she said her wall, that would be the bedroom, because she told me I was not allowed the giant glow-in-the-dark Salamandroid poster to hang on the ceiling. I was told that was a no-go.
but if you wind up locking up all the step ladders and everything, who's really going to change your mind?
You don't know my wife. My wife will climb the walls like Spider-Man.
So basically, she's claiming every single wall in the house now and telling you no.
Well, no, because out of all realism, when we look around the house, most of the decor that we have up, I think we've got like 2 things up on the wall that's mine, besides my one section of wall that is my army stuff, which I have to replace my shadow box, right? So by technicality, I could put my Cyberfrog stuff on my army wall, because I have one small wall in the house. And no, yeah, she's like, there's always your son's room. It's like, no, we're not dumb. No, I do have bookshelves and stuff. Like, it could go up on the bookshelves. Depends on the sizes of them. I won't really know until they show up how much space they take. So there's that. You know, we do have our one more religious, like, would the proper term be altar, like home altar or whatever, that nothing gets put on top of, other than well, obviously what's on it, and you can see pictures of those on the Facebook, Instagram, whichever it is, that sometimes those pop up. I think when we did like the TV or whatever, but yeah, so that exists in the house. I don't know. It depends on how much space it takes up. I may cast a bird off into the kids' room. That might be the answer.
Might have to convert a garage.
Well, part of the garage is going to be the dining room, and I'm not going to put that stuff up in the dining room. We might end up moving some of the stuff that's in the living room into the dining room, just because it might better suit there.
Raven, lay down.
It might be better suited to put some of the like the books over there. Not all of them, but some of them,
Yeah.
Open up the living room a bit more. big problem is, as you see, our wall is centered. Like right now, this is the dead center of the wall, right? So how do I shift left or right? Because there's a walkway. That's the dead center of the wall before the walkway or after the walkway. So there's only so much I can do if the couch is dead centered there, but I can go back to having the longer couch here. And I could probably put a recliner off to the side because we could probably move like the fish tank and whatnot into the dining room, which wouldn't be a bad spot for them.
Yeah.
Might put the bird in the dining room. That might be a good spot for it. Or this goddamn cricket.
I like the cricket idea.
Believe it or not, I can't hear the cricket right now. Oh, it's a summer night.
Oh my god, we had to go to the local pet shop to get crickets. I said, okay, I need 1/4-inch crickets. These are at least 1/2-inch crickets. I was like, great. So they're like the size of the head of the fucking of these lizards, right? Not quite, but in lengthwise, and I was just like, and I'm watching these things, like when a dog gets a hold of something, starts jerking its head around, like it's trying to like shake it to death.
Yeah.
I'm watching these fucking lizards look like little Jurassic Park fucking things, like thrashing its head around, like tearing legs fly off this thing. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, it's like, and they like get it down in their mouth, like they're suffocating it, and then they like let it back up so half of it's out their mouth so they can start munching on it there, and then they like suck it back in their mouth, and they're just like holding it there, like they're letting it like die in their mouth. I don't know what's going on. It's the weirdest fucking thing.
So you're starting to wonder when the nightmares are going to begin that they're crunching on you?
No, I'm good. I ain't worried about that shit. I ain't worried about that. Go Godzilla! Hey!
Not that I'm being serious on this, but throw them in the microwave and turn them into Godzilla.
Oh, you mean like the nuclear reaction thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just like break the glass open and just hold it in front of them and then watch them grow. Like microwaves.
Oh.
Yeah, what you do is break the glass open, or do like the Fry on Futurama, and you put the popcorn in the microwave where it says don't place metal in the microwave. Rip off the tag and then stick the popcorn in.
Nice.
But no. I ever tell you I saw a freaking giant ass dragon once? Have I told this story on the show?
Oh, we used to have that one that went around us in Afghanistan there.
Oh, see, I don't know the one that you're talking about, but when I was out at
I watched it whip somebody with its tail and break their leg open.
I was out at a COP, right? And a combat outpost for non-military people. I was out at the COP, right? And we're doing escort detail. And there's the old burn pit because we can't use burn pits anymore. The incinerator sits at the top of the old burn pit, and then they just throw diesel fuel in and light it. So whatever but it's an incinerator. It's not a giant metal burn barrel. But so climbing in there, this giant fucking lizard, like this, that bigger than my dogs, climbing around inside that freaking pit, and I was like, first there's a giant ass fucking lizard in there. He goes, "Is it a motherfucking dragon?" And he's a little like Latino or whatever, like a shorter Latino guy. So he's got that accent going, but he's like, "Is it a fucking dragon?" I said, "Yes, First Sergeant, it's a fucking dragon." He goes, "Shoot that bitch." I was like, permission if I've ever fucking had it.
Nice.
Never saw it again. Not while I was on duty. But he told me, shoot that bitch. It's a fucking dragon. What was
it was really weird in Afghanistan. All the wildlife seemed to hate us too.
Except the dogs.
Yeah, like the ravens. They'd just come down and try and scalp you.
Yeah. Well, what was it? Friggin' NTC Death Valley. Giant lizards climbing the fucking mountainside. Looked like Godzilla.
Yep. And then in Afghanistan, that giant ass freaking lizard that would go around. I saw him like every day at the same time. It would piss me off seeing him because it's like, God damn it, can't go that way because you go anywhere near him, he'd try and whip you with his tail. I mean, literally, that he wasn't trying to bite you. He'd just whip you with his tail and wind up breaking your skin open. I mean, that's how hard he was whipping people.
See, my thing is, what was it? You look back to like my first deployment, and we're out that they have the bizarre, kind of similar to what we had, but it's technically outside the wire, but it's not.
Yeah.
Right. So you go out there, you go to the bazaar, and they've got this monkey, and they're sitting there telling you how this monkey smokes cigarettes, right? And so it's like, oh, okay, people would be like walking up, go open their pack of cigarettes, hand it to the monkey. The monkey would reach in to take the cigarette. Well, apparently, somebody opened up, when I get there, monkey smoke. Okay. I got to see this. And one of my buddies walked up and he pulled out his cigarette and hands it to the monkey. And the monkey snaps in half and throws it to the ground like, fuck you. I'm not your dancing monkey. I'm not smoking these cigarettes. You're trying to kill me. Like, all of a sudden it's like, you said the monkey smokes. No, monkey smoke. Another one snaps in half, throws it to the ground. I was like, don't think your monkey smokes, dude. I think your monkey's sick of smoking for you. And it's this little fucking like what are those spider monkeys or whatever? Those little fucking white monkey things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what the fuck kind of monkey it was because who knows what mixed breed Afghan monkey is, but yeah, they've got it on a little leash and everything else, and I'm just like, oh, okay, like. What's your country like if you can have a pet monkey and nobody cares?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh,
sometimes I wish I had like a trunk monkey though in traffic. Don't you?
Oh, those old freaking commercials, the trunk monkey that pulls out the freaking tire iron to beat the guy.
And goes and beats the tar out of everybody around you. Yes, exactly. I want one.
Oh my God. I forgot all about those freaking trunk monkeys.
And then the thief trying to break into it, and he winds up folding down the rear seat, coming up and clonking him.
Oh my God. Yeah. But now we've got, Flo from Progressive.
Oh. Yeah. Wonderful Flo.
I got nothing there. I hate
approve the claim, Progressive.
I hate saying I saved a bunch of money when I did switch to Geico because it just sounds stupid because that's their little slogan. But I switched from USAA insurance over to Geico, and it literally saved me hundreds of dollars a month. Not even
switching away from USAA insurance. Period.
Saved me hundreds of dollars a month.
Yes. Banking wise, not too bad.
No, I like
insurance wise, different story. Way different story.
Yeah, I haven't had really too many problems with this bank, other than when I yelled at the one dude because I went to a supervisor because I looked at I was like, look, this shit sounds stupid or whatever. However I worded it, it was real mild swear word, right? And the guy threatened to hang up on me. He's like, sir, if you continue using that language, I'm gonna hang up on you. I was like, excuse me? So transfer me to your supervisor right now. The supervisor had to call me back the next day. I came unglued. It's for an organization that caters only to military veterans and their immediate family. And you're telling me that swearing is not, no. You're in customer service. You better be able to deal with swearing to begin with. But then you work for an organization that deals solely with this group. You're insane if you think we don't just normally use swear words.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's been some interesting comments made this week, hasn't there?
Oh,
In phone
yeah.
conversations.
I just
where
yeah,
just naturally flowing and boom, hey, we got a new one to start using.
Oh, what was it? Earlier this week, I started kicking the wall of my trailer. All sorts of swear words come out because I can't move. Look, I tell somebody to load something on the tail, right, or off the dock because it's a roll dock, right. And I go to put this skid on there. I expect you to load it on. No, he just drives a fork truck up, drops it on the tail, and leaves. And I was like, "Are you kidding me right now? I can't move this thing." I literally couldn't move it at all. I start kicking the trailer, and it's like, son of a fuck, and just losing my mind. And I'm kicking the side of the trailer because I spent fucking 10 minutes trying to move. Well, probably like 5 minutes trying to move this skid. It's like I better hope somebody can move it because this other freight's got to come off that your shit's in the way of now. Thanks.
What was the other one this week? There was another one too. Not quite as good as that one, but there was another one.
Anything I can necessarily say on YouTube, I've probably already toed the line at this point. I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure at this point, if we're past son of a, we might be at our threshold limit.
Trying to remember what it was. That's bad.
I'm telling you, dude. I had some dude try cutting me off. Like I'm coming through. He thought he wanted it over. Went to wrap around the barrels. I told my wife about this one too, and it's like, next thing I know, I see the guy lifting up, and I see head just come out like this, out his sunroof.
Shut up!
And I'm like, what in the hell? Like, I thought I was about to get shot for one. I was like, this dude, if you're going to shoot me, you better make it count because you just cleared my window for me by removing it. So go ahead because I'm coming right out this seat and I'm going right over that fucking hood because now I don't even have the window in the way. I don't have to get out the door. Like, you shoot me, I'm coming out and that camera's seeing everything and I'm coming through your window and I'm pulling you out and I'm going to spank your ass the way your father should have. I'm going to turn your little ass upside my knee, and I'm going to whoop your ass with your pistol. I just beat you with your pistol in your ass because your dad should have beat you too.
Oh man, good times.
That's called a whooping, not a whipping. All right, so I'm pistol whooping him, not pistol whipping him. Do not confuse the two. One's appropriate, the other's not.
Oh my God.
Then we had one that was so I'm driving behind my stepdad because we work for the same company, right? I'm driving behind him, and we got as safe a following distance as we can have, right? Without traffic cutting in and out, type whatever, right? And next thing I know, it looks like a car blew its tire. I just see smoke and dust kicking up as this car's coming off the ramp. I was like, oh shit, they're about to freaking drop that car right into Steve, right? And I was like, okay. And then I see the cop coming behind him, and I realize it's a high-speed pursuit. I'm like, are you kidding me? They almost roll their car into the truck in front of me. And I'm just like, and they just keep running. I was like, are you kidding me? The fuck? Right? And then come fast forward to today, right? I'm coming over the one bridge. We got two bridges into my town, right? Going over the one. They both go over the same railroad tracks, but they both go in different directions. So, but in fact, the one will lead you to have to turn to go over the other one. Anyways, and I'm coming up. I'm at the top of the bridge. I see this car coming, and it's maybe a good quarter and a half mile away, right? I see this car, and I see the police lights flashing. I'm up on this car by the time they're just cruising along, 25 and 35 miles an hour, just cruising along. Where the cops flashing their lights behind them, just driving, and then it's like all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, that's a cop. I should pull over." It's like you just drove like five, 6 blocks, like city blocks, without pulling, not realizing this cop is behind you. Are you kidding me right now?
Wow.
And some old dude with his wife. It's like, oh, okay. I thought I saw a wife. So I got told, no, it's just an old guy just cruising along in his white, old, beat up freaking GMC.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
People are stupid.
I was just like, look in your mirrors occasionally, dude. The best part is where he was getting ready to come over. The only reason he looked in his mirror to see, oh, there's a cop behind me, is because that lane ends to merge to be only the left lane. It's the only reason he looked in his mirror.
And probably what he was getting pulled over for was rolling through a stop sign.
There's no stop sign there. There's a stoplight way the fuck back, and that's the only stop on that road. 2 stoplights.
Unless he turned.
I mean, yeah, unless he turned, but yeah. Oh,
Ridiculous.
Restart to stay up to date. Your version of Windows 10 will soon reach the end of service. Restart to install a newer version. Not right now. Stupid computer.
Maybe in a couple minutes.
Right. So, I know not the most interesting show we've ever had. Not as much viewer feedback. Minus the fact of you
not the dumbest show we've ever had either.
No. You trying to drink toilet water? I really don't understand that. Which is healthier, toilet water or Flint water? I still don't know.
That's a good guess.
Yeah, you missed a lot of conversation. I was like, he left me with like nothing. It wasn't even like we were on a topic for me to talk. Like, and then you disappeared for like.
Well, we were talking about the money thing.
Yeah, but that's not how it ended. It ended your story on money, and that was it. It's like I can't tell his money story. Pineapple jettison.
Pineapple throwing. Yeah. You know what? That's what we need to do when I come out there.
You're never coming out.
Pineapple throwing contest.
Are you buying them?
I might.
Where are we going to throw them at?
Your neighbor.
That's what my wife just said right as you said that.
You didn't even think that one through, did you?
Oh, no, I did. I just wanted to show I was going to get sad. See, I don't want to wipe out my privacy fence. And the field's they're actually starting, the subdivision they're adding behind our house is actually being started. So it's a good thing we put up the privacy fence. I wanted to invest money. I wanted to start new investments, but I was like, the privacy fence just seems like a better investment at the moment.
Why don't we build a trebuchet and see how far into the new development we can launch them?
It's not that long. It's only
I'm just saying, see how far into the development we can get them to go.
I'm curious, are they going to put houses right behind me? Because when you look at the map they show on the street corner right there, or because it's county roads, right? When they show that map, it just shows that they're doing along the roadway. They're not showing anything inside. But there's no way they're giving that big of a freaking yard to anybody.
No.
So there's no way. It wouldn't even make sense. Like, they have to meet up somewhere. So I think they're trying to fill up the road first and then start adding behind it. But they've already started digging water line spots.
Huh.
Like, for where those houses would go. Because now that one's being built, they're doing that. And all I can think is, why'd you pick that spot? Out of all the house spots you could have, why that one? It's not a corner lot. It's like the next house over from the corner lot. And I was like, why would you pick that one? That's got the most neighbors.
I don't know.
I would have picked the farthest one down.
Yeah, then you wouldn't have to worry about crazy old bats next to you.
There's the woods right there. Right there, the deer come in. That's all you got to worry about. The deer that live there. You're closer to the river too. Mosquitoes.
Yeah, it's all good.
Mosquitoes and all.
Just grab some of them Florida mosquitoes and you'll be fine.
See, I was hoping I could steer you back into that. And see, now we steered our conversation in at least a semicircle here, and hitting the 2-hour window because we started about 4 minutes early, So definitely make sure to follow us on the Facebook at the Jaggers Juxtaplooza. Follow me on Instagram at mpjags. Don't be afraid to email us, or you can message us on the Facebook. Of course, there's always that option. You can email us as well at, to make sure I read this right, thejaggersjuxtaplooza at gmail.com. Look how easy that is.
I wrote it.
So,
Nice.
right. So there's those options. They can follow you soon on your Instagram page when you get one started here soon.
I might have to start one when I start these construction projects.
Yeah,
It'd be interesting to see the mishaps that would happen.
No, or just even leading up to that. If you start it before that, you can do it, just in general.
But at the same time, these construction projects, some of them are on hold until my shoulder's better.
Of course.
It's always one thing after another.
Well, but you could do Instagram every time you go to see the doctor for having your shoulder taken care of.
Yeah, could be interesting that way. Hoping to get physical therapy started here in the next week.
Right. We should start getting our viewers as well. Maybe we start a poll on the Facebook thing. What color you should dye your hair when you get out of the Army.
I've experienced dyeing hair.
How long I should go without shaving at all?
No, let's not go that because the stupid fucking the beard thing is too trendy. Tell me I'm wrong.
I don't know. It depends. I mean, some people look okay with them. Other people look ridiculous with them. For yourself, the facial hair, you got it right where it needs to be. But if you with the full beard looks kind of weird.
I don't really get the full beard. It doesn't grow in.
I don't like.
Yeah.
But no, the beard thing, tell me I'm wrong. Too many of they're not properly trimmed. It just looks like somebody glued their pubic hairs to their face.
Oh, you mean your brother-in-law?
And some people, yeah.
Yeah.
Myself, it grows out very nicely and doesn't look that way. And I don't really have to trim at all.
If you're at like this length, it usually stays fine. The problem is when it starts growing fuller, it just doesn't have that. You're not looking like Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. Obviously, it doesn't look like that, and that's a lot of the problem people go for. They don't realize that it starts to strain and twist. It doesn't look like hair from your head. It looks like your facial hair.
Yeah.
So it's when they start getting the longer beards, they don't just mesh together very well unless you take the time with like a hair straightener to straighten your beard. So
we'll see at what point mine gets that way, looking that way.
Just go with the mutton chops and the Fu Manchu thing.
No.
Comes down.
No, not doing that at all. Ain't happening.
What if the polls win?
I need a real paycheck.
So you'll never see one until you're willing to take risks.
Anyhow, don't be a Nick.
Which we need to flood that with the Don't Be a Nick. There is actually a Twitter handle called Don't Be a Nick. And
oh wow.
I've been using it on Instagram.
Oh yeah. You can follow it on Instagram. Yeah, there's somebody who has a Twitter handle of Don't Be a Nick, but his name's Nicholas Furious. Now, if I plugged for him, whatever, I don't care. But yeah, so we need to definitely use the Don't Be a Nick because it's ours. It might be his first, but I don't give a fuck. It's a hashtag. Bro, hit that pound key. Oh. She said you have to come physically pick up your first paycheck.
Yep, we'll see when we
No,
can do
see,
that.
that's what she said. If you want your paycheck, you physically come pick it up. It'll be sitting mostly rolled up for you, ready to go.
Yep.
And by that,
I knew where you were going.
Because after I said that, I realized that sounded totally horrible. The chain link fence will be rolled up, waiting for you.
Yep. I knew where you were going with it.
You knew, but they tell me they didn't leave me open for that to come
All
the wrong
rolled
way.
up. Yep.
Yeah. All rolled up, ready for you. You know, the lighters off to the side. You know, oh, great.
When DOT no longer matters.
But
That's
the lighter,
eons away.
The lighter, I mean that, you know, the fire pit's right there.
Oh my. Anyhow, don't be a Nick.
Oh, by the way, our school did their reverse raffle today. We did not win anything.
Wonderful.
But they pronounced we made it to round 3, but they pronounced my wife's name properly. So that means they're already doing better than me.
Shasta?
Yeah. My wife.
Yeah. That's how they pronounced her name, though?
The actual appropriate way, apparently. Yeah, she never look. It's her own damn fault. She didn't correct me from moment one. She let it go and let it go, and now if I say Shasta, she starts getting like creeped out. See, if I go Shasta, she's like, "Why are you dragging the A's out?" It's like, well, isn't that how it's pronounced? Yeah, Shasta. That's what I said.
Now she's thinking she's in the same room with a serial killer.
No. Now I'm thinking I'm in the same room as a serial killer.
No, she's not a serial killer yet. She's just going to get her start.
Well, no, because she eats cereal occasionally and it doesn't survive.
Are you sure, or does it metamorph?
No, dissolves. Gone. Technically, you metamorph when you get buried in the backyard, too.
Well,
But,
hopefully everybody enjoys this.
again, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Hit that like button if you like content. And, a lot of people, apparently, I found out, if they don't like the story, not that they don't like you, but they don't like the story, because unlike Facebook, where there's multiple different ways to hit a like button, you can look sad or things, they hit the dislike button because they didn't like what was occurring. So, like, let's say, you come out with news that, like, for England, when Prince Philip died, right? And they're like, oh, hey, he died. And people are like, oh, that's so sad. I don't like this. They hit that dislike button. Not that they don't like you, but YouTube doesn't see it that way.
Yep.
So the like button means you like us, not necessarily what we talked about. By the way, hit that notification bell and share us with your friends and family, because it's the only way we're getting seen right now, with the whole 2 viewers we have currently.
Have a wonderful evening.
Yeah, what he said.
Don't be a Nick. Yes.
Yeah,
yes. Bed.
Like,
Bed.
Evening, it's bedtime for normal people. So
It's beyond bedtime for some people usually, but anyhow.
Have a great rest of your night.
Have a good one, guys.